It's my account, but in the future. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here, and no, it's not really my account. I'm just kidding. I am on my dude Board King's account. We're doing a gear cleanse for him today, so I thought I would record some or all of that for your information. But if you take a look at the account, it does look strangely similar to my account. He has Leo. He has like some login champs or reward champs with Arbiter and Rosin. He has Bad L and Ninja, Syl. He has, who else do I have? The two man-eaters, Geo, Ugo. He has Sanacia, who Occult Brawler, the two Cold Hearts. It's like so many champions in common. He has his Madame Saris down here. It's just like, man, I hope my account looks like this when I get to the point where he's at in the game. And then he's got some other champions down here as well. It's just a cool account. Let's take a look at the vault too. Got a Lord Chamfort hiding in there, but for the most part, everybody relevant is out of the vault. Okay, cool. Well, what are we doing on this account? Okay, we are gear cleansing, and cleansing gear is actually one of the biggest ways you can make progress on your account. A lot of people don't realize that keeping up with what gear you have makes a big difference on how your account progresses. And the reason why is because if you keep, not good gear, or if you're using not good gear, then what's going to happen is you're going to have a hard time progressing because you're going to get stuck in different places. One of the areas I would say maybe he's stuck or maybe he just hasn't focused on is going to be Faction Wars, based on his like halfway through progression here, okay? Now, he has not communicated that with me, so I don't know where he stands in Faction Wars, but I would say that cleansing the gear today could have a really big impact on that. So when I cleanse gear, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and do what is called the flat stats. HP, attack, and defense on the boots, the gloves, and the chest. And these are all a sell. I don't need to look at any of these. Every time you get gear, this should automatically be a sell, regardless of whether it's legendary or not. Sell it. Get rid of it. Cleanse your account. That's an easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Okay, so apparently we needed to sell some gear here. The next thing that I go to is attack percentage gloves. We have 34 attack percentage gloves, and attack percentage gloves are the least commonly used gloves. So unless this has speed, it does not. That's a maybe, but we're just going to go through and we're going to sell all of the 5-star pieces, and then we're going to look at the 6-star pieces real quick and probably sell a lot of those as well. Like, it doesn't matter what stats are on your attack percentage gear, you're just not going to use it. You are not going to use it. So all of that is good. Does this have speed? It does. That's a keep. What are you? Accuracy, defense, sell. Accuracy, defense, crit rate accuracy, that could be kept. That one's not good either. This is 5-star. That's probably the best one, but you would probably like something else other than speed. This one we saw was alright. Accuracy and crit damage is a maybe. Like, you do want a couple of options, but in general, the majority of those can go. The next thing that we're going to come in and do is the same thing with attack percentage boots. Okay? You do not want to invest your time in 5-star attack percentage boots, especially not these. Okay? On your attack percentage boots, that one could have been alright. on your attack percentage boots, what you are really looking for is crit rate and crit damage. Like that one, I'm going to keep because it's in Divine Speed. It has speed and crit rate. But for the most part, these should all be sold. This one is okay. It's in Perception with accuracy, crit rate, and crit damage. I'm going to keep all three probably of these just because it's Swift Parry. This one I think was alright. It had speed, crit damage, and other good substats. This one is really bad. This one is really bad. Really bad. You're not going to use that one. And none of those. Okay, so we're going to sell the majority of these, okay? You don't need attack percentage boots very often, and when you do, they need to have crit rate. Almost every time. So, we're going to do the same thing for HP percentage boots with a couple of exceptions, okay? We don't really care about HP percentage boots. Swift Parry would be great. But these 5-star ones, we'll keep it in Immortal because that's a good place for it to be. The 6-star one is okay. That one, not so much. When you're in HP percent, resistance is a good substat, or defense percent, but it's more about the sets. Like, shield set with HP percent is good. Immortal, that one's not the worst. And that one has speed and defense, okay? Usually on your HP percent, you want speed and or defense percent and or resistance, okay? And same thing for defense percent, alright? That one... I mean, that one's a maybe. Like, Lifesteal is a good place to have those in. Anytime you roll your gear and you hit these flat stats like this, just sell it. You're not going to use that. Defense percent in Stalwart is good, but it would need to have good, good substats. Those could be alright. Divine Offense would have to be an offset. Okay, we'll keep that one. Accuracy Attack, no thank you. That one could be alright. And we'll sell that one. Percentage boots are not going to be used that often, so you can sell most of them. We kept 9. That's definitely enough for some decisions. And then it leaves room for more farming in the future. When we first started on this cleanse, we were almost exactly full at 1,300, and now we've already gotten rid of 100 pieces of gear. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come and we are going to do a quick look and see if anything has just been sitting on the account for a while that shouldn't be here. Like these common gauntlets, for example. 4-star uncommon helmet as another example. Let's see what else we can find. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I miss some things. We don't sell level 16 gear until your crazy endgame. But in case I miss it, any 4-star gear should be sold. Even like this is bad. If it's 4-star and 16, we're probably going to sell it. It would depend on how good it was. If it was a very good 4-star piece, it maybe be a keep, but you should not be using 4-star gear outside of the first 2 weeks on your account. First 2 weeks is all it should be with 4-star gear. I've been getting a lot of questions about cleansing gear lately, so I figured it was a good time to do another video on this. But again, I'm just looking for any hidden 4-star gear. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of it, which is good. I'm not seeing a whole lot of common or uncommon gear. These rare pieces in Relentless are oftentimes unusable. And we're probably going to cleanse the majority of this 5-star blue gear. One of the things that I've been doing on my account is selling all the 5-star blue gear already. You know, I'm pretty early mid-game on that account, and I've still been selling it. I just think that the majority of the time it is unusable, and like for you to keep it in cruel or something is just like, it's just a no. It's just a no. There's no reason. There's no need. We get cruel gear every day from the clan boss, and therefore we do not need any of this stuff. Same thing here. And we have a common one hiding there, a 4-star one hiding there. And as you can see, different people, you know, hold on to different pieces of gear. But we could almost sell in Immortal and Cruel all of the 5-star gear, period. Or all of the 5-star non-Lego gear. But I'm going to be a little bit more picky than that. But you can see, this is where the bottleneck is. This is where the bottleneck is on this account, is the Cruel gear and the Immortal gear. We just have way too much of it. And I'm guessing that's going to be the same thing down here for these arena sets as well. There's a 3-star piece. There's an uncommon one. And that's, oh geez, there's this. Okay, look at all this perception gear as well, guys. So we're probably going to get rid of all of these as well. Just no need. We'll just come in and we'll use a better piece, you know, every time. Okay, that's 6-star at least. Looks like maybe he went on a crafting spree for clan vs. clan possibility. Alright. So just by doing that, we've already gotten rid of almost another 100 pieces. Just by going through and seeing what all has been just like, you know, overlooked on the account. Just scrolling through. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go through my substat filters. If a piece of gear has 2 substats, it would have to be really good for you to be able to keep it. So these are examples of things that are not good enough. And like this one, triple hit HP, sell that. Sell that. Crit damage gloves need to have crit rate on them. That's probably a sell, but we'll come back to it. It's very difficult to keep any of these pieces. And so the majority of them are going to be a sell. I might keep this one because I think this could be a good faction war piece. And we'll sell all of those. I am going to roll this to 4 real quick. And see if we hit crit damage here. We did not, so we will sell it. Then we're going to do attack and defense. If they're rare with these, they're just an auto sell. This one's already 16. Does this have speed? It does not. And then probably the majority of these are going to be a sell as well. Accuracy, crit rate, resistance. That's not bad. That could be okay. Even if it just has speed, it's probably a sell. Savage needs to have crit rate for you to be able to keep it. We almost never use the percentage gloves other than crit rate or crit damage in Savage. And resistance chest, that one could be alright. Speed, crit damage, depends on how it rolls. Let's see, crit damage, no crit rate. HP percent, bad hits. Crit rate accuracy could be okay. Speed attack percentage could be okay. I generally overlook the Swift Parry gear. People are typically pretty picky about that. That's a maybe. You could use that for Faction Wars. Crit rate speed's alright. Crit rate HP percent. I don't think so. Okay, then we're going to do HP and defense. And you see I'm just going through all of these filters, and that's how I arrive at what we should keep or what we should sell. We already kept those, so let's keep it again. Accuracy chest with bad substats. Resistance with accuracy. No, if we need one, we'll go get that other one. Attack percent. No good substats. No good substats. No good substats. I don't think you're going to use defense percent in Cruel, so we're going to sell that. Let's see. That one's going to be really hard to use as well. So is that one. This one, this one could be used on a Faction War champion, so I'm not going to sell that. I don't think we're going to make that work. We've seen those gloves before, and that is Swift Parry. Alright. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go through and we are going to look for all of the rare 5-star gear with one flat stat, because they are very difficult to use when you have a rare piece of gear with one flat substat, because you have to hit the other stat twice, and even when you do, it just makes it so hard to find a use for. Oh, there was a 4-star piece we missed. I'm going to keep this one because it's a speed boot. That one could be alright. But you can see, we're going to just sell the majority of this and then move on. There was another 4-star one we missed. Okay, we kept those, so we'll keep them again. No good substats there. Messing with my lips are messed up. Okay, yeah, I don't see any reason to keep any of these, and you can see it's just very difficult to make 5-star blue gear work on your account for you. So we will sell all of those. We will sell the same type of thing here. This one hit double crit rate, so we could keep that. That could be usable. Let's see here. Nope, neither of those. Resistance with speed, that is tolerable. That's usable. Double hit speed there. Accuracy with speed is great for Faction War champions. No. 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 What about you? Resistance with crit rate, pass. Speed. No, we probably have enough speed boots. We don't need to worry about that. HP with accuracy. HP with defense in regen. Yeah, that could be usable on a Faction War champ. Another 4-star piece. Another 4-star piece. Clearly, I missed a bunch when I was scrolling through the first time. But yeah, it's not an exact science, so. The only reason we would keep it is crit rate, but not for resistance. And again, we need crit rate on there as well. Okay, crit damage with accuracy, crit rate defense. And you can see the majority of these are going to be a sell. That one's alright. That one's alright. And then after this, we're going to do one more look through with the same type of filter. And then I'll explain the final step. I'm going to keep that just because it's in deflection. But honestly, it's not great. And the last one, flat HP. And again, the majority of these should be a sell that are blue. That one, if we double hit crit rate, could be okay. This one's double speed, but it's low rolls, so we're going to sell that. Okay. Alright, all those are good to sell. That one's good to sell, that one's good to sell. That one is good to sell. Just sell there, and this one could be an okay faction war piece. So could that. HP and regen is alright. No, I don't think so. No. HP percent in regen with accuracy. That's a maybe. Attack percentage with speed. It's a maybe. That one, this one, yeah, that one. Oh, that's epic. I was gonna say, no, with that one we hit crit rate. That one could be really good. Anything with speed and immunity is a keep. Defense percent in shield, probably not. There's another 4-star piece. Attack percentage, no go. Defense percent, nope. Nope. No. Nope. No. 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 And accuracy and stun. Actually, that could be alright. Okay. Okay. As you can see, the majority of these you're going to sell. And please, in the comments below, tell me what questions that you have on what to keep and what to sell. Those could be alright. And then these are all going to be a sell, I would think. Yep. These are all going to be a sell. Maybe not the speed one. Alright, all that's great. Now, the next thing that we're going to do after that, we are already down to 953. So, one of the things that you want to pay attention to is what do your crit damage gauntlets look like? They need to have crit rate on them. And so, if they don't, you're going to have a really hard time using them, okay? So, we only have 6 gauntlets like that. So, what are the other ones? This one, just unusable. This one, can't do it. We have crit rate there. We don't have crit rate. We have speed. This one, we could maybe make up the stats elsewhere. Same thing with that one, but definitely not that one. Definitely not that one. Not that one. Or that one. Or that one. And definitely not the 4-star piece that we missed. I'm going to keep this because it was a triple roll, but that's still going to be a hard piece to use. This one has speed. It's a keep. And that one has a little bit of crit rate. Okay, so the majority of those are cells, and now we have kept the appropriate ones. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at just the top row. And we are going to look at the epic gear that is 5-star with 1 flat stat. Because it is difficult to make these pieces work. So, like, every single one of these is a sell. Crit rate needs to have crit rate on it. Crit damage needs to have crit rate on it. Crit rate and speed, crit rate and attack. Crit rate and accuracy, but it's a low roll. Same thing there. On this account, like, we could be using the majority of 5-star gear. I mean, the majority of 6-star gear, excuse me. And so we don't need to use 5-star gear. Okay, so we can definitely sell that one. That one could be alright. going to keep that one or that one. It's just like any of these offsets are a dime a dozen. Crit rate and attack, or crit rate and accuracy, or accuracy and resistance. So we're going to sell all of the bad pieces in Cruel, and we're going to be a little bit more strict because, man, we just have so much of it that we can't afford any media. Like, this, never going to be used. Never going to be used. Like, we should be only keeping gear in Cruel that has crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage. These are the type of substats that we would want. Attack percentage, crit damage, accuracy is a maybe. In Immortal, crit stats are still good, but obviously we want speed, we want HP percent, sometimes we want resistance. And like I said, we need to be more picky on the Immortal gear because we just have so much of it. That one's not great, but it could be usable. Same thing with that one. I mean, yes, that one could be usable as well. It's a maybe. Okay. Now in Divine Offense, you're looking for crit rate stats as well. And none of that. Same thing here with Divine Crit. In Divine Life, same thing as Immortal. We don't have as many options there, so I'm going to keep that just to maybe try to match a set. No speed. No speed. That one's not bad. And again, we need to be kind of picky with the perception gear as well. But if it has accuracy or speed, it's probably a keep. Okay. But then we need to do the same thing for the attack and the defense. Okay. And then after that, really the only thing left to do is look individually at the pieces or sell all of the rest of your 5-star blue gear. Let's see where we got down to. We got down to 879, and I would like to get a couple hundred more pieces out of here, but I like to go about halfway on accounts that are still looking to progress in Faction Wars. That way it gives you a really good option of, you know, what you can still use for your teams to gear them. So we'll go ahead and end the video there. I'm MtgJedi. Thank you so much for watching. Post your tips below in the comments. And what was your favorite filter or favorite part about the gear cleanse? Which was the most helpful to you? Let me know your feedback in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.